Welcome to PubSite, the easy-to-use website builder designed specifically for books and authors. This video will show you how to add books and other products to your website. It will take you through the process step by step. When you log in to your back-end admin area in PubSite, the first page you come to is your dashboard. This is where you put in your website name, as you see there. That's what will appear at the header of every page in your site. On this page is a video that is a getting started video. I strongly encourage you to watch it. It gives you a good overview of all the features and how to use them. At the end of it, you will be able to put up your own website. Then in addition, we have videos for each of these areas up here. This one is for titles and products. Also, this is a good workflow here. It's good to start here and go along these step by step. It's a logical progression in building your website. So now to do titles and products, we're going to assume that you either chose a design or accepted the default design. We're going to assume that you entered yourself as an author with your bio and other information. So you're now going to move on to titles, products, which is adding books to your website. We use the terms books, titles, and products here because once you activate e-commerce, which is included with PubSite, you are then selling products. So we just use these terms interchangeably, so don't get confused. Here's a list of 3 books that are already added, but when you arrive at first, there will be no list here. You will click this button to add a new product. You would add the title, the price, ISBN 13, and you would add categories. These have already been added. But instead of going through a new title, let's choose one that's already been entered. As you see here, you have the title, price, ISBN, and so forth, and subject categories. We've already added 2, but you can add any others you want. And you can assign multiple categories to books or other product, and they will appear on their respective category pages on your website. So after doing the categories, you then move on to book details. These are all book industry standard fields, so they will match up with any publisher or distributor you're using. You can fill in with whatever ones of these you want, or you don't have to fill them in. Description, you have the short and long description. In the long description, you can put whatever you want, and you can add in images, and you can even go into the source code if you want. Images is essentially the book cover or any product images. You can sell on the site anything you want. So if you have t-shirts, mugs, or bookmarks, you can sell them on the site. You choose an image and you can go find it, and it gets added, or you can just drag it from your desktop in. So as you see, I've done this quite a few times here. And then you just select one by double clicking, click update product, and there you go. Search engine optimization. The most important field here is the page title, so make sure you fill that in, and then you can add keywords and description if you want. Additional settings. This is for e-commerce, title specific. If you're just selling through online booksellers, linking out to them or whatever, just check this box, unlimited inventory. If you are going to manage inventory and fulfill it yourself, you would uncheck this and enter the inventory. We have another video on e-commerce that goes into much more detail on it. Purchase links. To have any of these buttons appear on your book's page, all you do is go to that bookseller, find your book, copy the URL, bring it back and paste it in here, and that button will automatically appear. We have quite a number of bookseller buttons already, and we will be adding more soon. Audio video. Since we are entering a book, an individual book, this will go on that book's page under the description. And it's very easy to do. You just go to YouTube or wherever you've uploaded your video, click the share button, and then the embed button, and you need this little code here. You can just click that button there to copy it, or highlight and copy it, come back, and then just paste it in. Update product, and now you have video. Other additions. When you enter a book, you can choose two ways of entering that title. You can just enter it, and then in purchase links, if you put the paperback here, you can put the Kindle version with this button. You can put the audio book down here, or you can just link to Amazon and let them go to it and choose whichever one they want. Another option is to enter each one individually, especially if you're going to be selling them yourself directly from the site, in which case, once you enter a book, all of your other books will appear down here, including the alternate formats of the book you're looking at. So let's just assume these are the hardcover and ebook of By the Sea. You would click on these to select them and click Update Product. That's where that comes into play. One other thing here is the featured. So you want to feature your product if you want it to appear on the home page, and some other instances which I'll show you. Okay, so that's how you basically enter a product. Let's go take a look. Okay, so here's the home page. These are two books that we featured. You can choose the order in which they are featured. So right now, Edge of the Universe, Side of the Cycle, you can switch them if you want. Go back, refresh, and now it's Side of the Cycle and Edge of the Universe. Then when you go into an interior page, whichever is in the number 1 position is your featured book. So if you want to change it back, you do that, and now this one is featured. So that's how you can manipulate the order in which they are featured. You have books over here. The default menu will have a number of other things on it, including all. So let me just show you how that works. There's a separate video on pages and navigation, but let me just show you something quickly. Let's bring books back here, and then we're going to move this over here. Save changes, go back, and this is what the default is. It'll say product search. It will actually say show all here, and whatever categories you have entered will appear here. But since that's not a very book-friendly menu, then what you can do is just you drag this over here, and then if you just want to bring the books page back, which will list all 3 of your books, you do that. Let's put it right there and save changes. For someone with just a few books that are all fiction, you probably don't need categories, and you probably don't need search either. So this way you can sort of streamline the menu, and people can get to your books just by clicking on that one button. Again, in another video for authors, there is a blog which can be placed on the menu, so you can have your blogs there. And then for the books, this lists all of your books, this page, and then if you want to go to the book's individual page, you click on it. Here are the 3 bookseller links that we pasted in, so they automatically appear and they will go to your book. You filled in information such as title, subtitle, publisher, and they will appear where they're supposed to. The other information appears down here. And we will be putting a little spacing between this and this shortly. But this is the video that you pasted in the little code from YouTube for. And then, as I said, if these were alternate formats of this title, say it was the hardcover and audiobook, they would appear down here as also available as, because you selected them in other editions. Okay, so that's pretty much it for adding a book. You can add as many books as you want, and you can also import titles, download the CSV file, have it match up with your file, enter the information there, or get a download from your publisher or wherever, and then you can import the CSV file. Then the other things here to look at, you added the products, you featured, you can add categories. It's very simple. So if you wanted to, for example, add a category called history, say one of these books was history, and again, fill in the search engine optimization to any extent you want. And now you have that category there. So you go back here. Okay, this is nonfiction. It can also be history. So update product. Then if you had the category pages, it would show up on both the history page and the nonfiction page. So there you go. You've entered the book details, descriptions, book cover, search engine optimization, the additional settings for e-commerce, the purchase links you wanted to add. We had added 3, and that's what showed up. Audio, video, and then the other editions. You chose which books are featured, and you chose which order they go in. So that is pretty much it. I hope you found this useful. Please watch the other videos, and good luck on your website.